Greetings citizens, it's your boy Ningen here once again with another Helldivers 2 video. So the game is continuing on with the pace they seem to have set since the release of the very first new premium Warbond after the game dropped, where these are seemingly now going to drop on the second Thursday of every month. So the first Thursday of the month, which of course is today, we get a teaser trailer and a bunch of info dumped on us to see what's going on in the new Warbond. And we have that here now, which is the Polar Patriots. So this is a great one. There's some interesting looking stuff in here. I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer. And then we're going to talk about all the stuff afterwards. We have got this post from the actual PlayStation blog site that goes into detail all of the info about the different weapons and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer out here. It's only about a minute long, so if you've seen it already, you can always skip past it. But yeah, let's see some of the stuff in action. Okay, so there you go. That was the little trailer there. Definitely a lot of interesting looking stuff. And thanks to this post, we don't have to speculate on any of the things because we get a nice little breakdown of everything here on this post on the PlayStation site. So we're going to have a quick look through these. So firepower. We have 3 new primary weapons, the AR-16 Tenderizer. I like the way these are written out as if they're not exactly like lore appropriate, but yeah, a real tentacle terror. High caliber assault rifle with awesome stopping power but a limited magazine size, so makes each shot count. Unpatriotic banter shots are not advisable. Then the SMG-72 Pummeler. I think this is the first SMG to be added in a premium Warbond. I don't remember if there was one from the original ones, but SMGs are obviously quite good for certain mission types. You can see in the actual trailer video the fact that the person using it picks up the portable hard drive to carry. And of course, you're still able to use the SMG because it's a single-handed weapon. So this is quite interesting. A slower rate of fire than other SMGs, but these concussive rounds will leave your enemies dazed, confused, and still very ugly. Good thing comes to Helldivers who wait. So it seems like they are, at least in some respects, concussive shots. So having a similar sort of effect to the stun grenades. But I'm obviously with a smaller area of effect, right? It's only the target you're hitting. I doubt it has any sort of splash damage. But that seems like that could be very, very good. So if you're doing any of those missions where you have to retrieve the valuable data and stuff like that, somebody who's your sort of designated carrier having this gun could certainly be very, very helpful. Could be fun to use regardless anyway, but seems interesting. And then the Plaz 101 Purifier. Set the trap, hold the trigger, let them charge at you, smile. They're getting closer, smile again. Closer, smile, closer, and then release the trigger. Splat, the longer you can hold your nerve and the trigger, the bigger the damage. So it's a charge up plasma rifle. The longer you hold the charge, the bigger the damage. So that makes it seem like it's not like the rail cannon, right, where you have to charge it to a certain point and fire it before it's too late. It seems like you can charge it as long as you like. I wonder if this is actually true, where it's just like you can charge it indefinitely and it just keeps getting more and more and more powerful, which would be very interesting, because if you had the opportunity to charge it up for long enough, potentially one-shot like big things with it. So I imagine it probably does have a damage ceiling, but otherwise this seems like it could be very, very interesting. Then we have the secondary weapons and utility booster. This is my favorite thing about this post, because normally we see the image of the stuff from the Warbond, but we don't get to see like what the booster does. We just see the name of it. So we have the incendiary impact grenades. Throw at the enemy, run, thing detonates on impact, ignites the area of white phosphorus. So my problem with the original incendiary grenades from the first premium Warbond, the one that came out when the game was first out and you got for free if you had the Super Citizen bundle. Those grenades do not explode on impact, so they have the issue of occasionally bouncing around to places you didn't necessarily want them to go. Whereas these are now explode on impact incendiary grenades. Now, unfortunately, I think the normal incendiary grenades aren't affected by that new ship module that increases fire damage, which means I imagine these ones won't be either. But fire damage was buffed in one of the patches a little while ago, so fire is definitely a very effective form of damage dealing, especially against bugs. So I'm quite interested in these, the incendiary impact grenades. I use incendiary grenades as my main grenades most of the time anyway. Very useful for taking out like the spewers and stuff like that. So incendiary ones could certainly be very, very useful. Then we have the P113 Verdict. This is the sidearm, so big chunky pistol. The guys in R&D love this one. Gas-operated semi-automatic, chambers the largest centerfire cartridge of any Lun pistol of its kind. Rapid deliberation, they call it. Quick draw to look cool in front of your squad. So, seems like from the trailer, fairly fast firing. It is semi-automatic, so you can keep tapping that trigger. I did like the revolver that was in the game from the start, but the reload time was insanely slow and not really worth the trade-off. Like, the damage was good per shot, but the DPS on it was terrible because of the reload time. So this seems like it could be very interesting. I have taken recently to using the grenade pistol as my secondary most of the time, so not sure whether this will replace that, but it certainly seems like an interesting one to try out for sure. And then motivational shocks is the booster. Now this sounds really, really good. Literally shocks Helldivers back into action after being hit and slowed by sneaky unjust attacks like the revolting bug acid vomit. Won't help you much with area of effects like EMS strikes though. Now that's going to be very, very good, because the number of times you get hit by a stray bit of acid, get slowed, and then the other bugs that are chasing you catch up and like tear you to shreds, super annoying. So this makes it seem like when you get affected by the slowed status effect from those bug spit, or even potentially some of the like exploding fauna on the planets, this kicks in and then removes the status effect for you, is essentially how that would work. So that seems really, really good. This feels like one of those ones where if you're going up on a mission against bugs, somebody on the team should just have this. This just seems like it's going to be one of those go-to boosters, which I think is really good, because some of the ones they've added in the recent Warbonds have been nice, but not really must-haves. And this seems like it could be very, very good for bug missions. So very excited about that one. Then we have the armor. So 3 new armor sets: Winter Warrior, Kodiak, and Ranger. It does say the passive boost. So servo assisted, that is the throwing grenade damage increased for the Winter Warrior. Kodiak is fortified, which I believe is the limb damage one, because extra padding is the one that gives it the extra actual armor rating. And then the Arctic Ranger has Scout, which I believe is the one where when you tag on the map, it will show occasional blips and you can see red dots around it. So that's really useful for things like marking the extraction ahead of time, or marking objectives that you're going to ahead of time, so that you can see whether there are enemies there. So obviously the description of these not particularly important, but the aesthetics are cool. It's nice to have a different color one, right, with the blue one, bit of blue and orange, this black one, very kind of Stormtrooper-esque, and then we have the winter one as well, so very cool. That's the pistol. The looks very decent, like a big, almost like Desert Eagle with the sight, like that one. And then we have the capes, of course, that go with the things that don't have any extra effects or anything. But there you go. That is the image itself. So we can see we have the player cards and the capes to go hand in hand with the armor sets. I quite like the different white, orange, and black ones. So the cape on the middle side here looks pretty cool. And then we have the emotes as well that wasn't mentioned. Cool the Helldivers, distribute ballots, and mime instrumentation. Mime instrumentation looks like an air guitar. Distribute ballots is like the make it rain thing. And then, yeah, the cool the Helldivers seems to be like just making the sort of like cool me, like your hand as a phone kind of thing, which is kind of fun. So yeah, very interesting looking Warbond. This will be out next Thursday. As always, when the new Warbond drops, I'll do a video breaking it down once it's in game and spending as many medals as I can to unlock as much stuff as possible. And then on Thursday, we'll do a decently long stream trying out all the stuff and getting more of it unlocked. So let me know what you guys think about the Polar Patriots Warbond down below in the comment section. Some of this stuff certainly looks very interesting. I'm not so sure. The primary weapons, none of them really call out to me as replacing the fire shotgun or the sickle for me, although I'm very interested to test out that submachine gun and the plasma rifle. The sidearm could be interesting, but the incendiary impact grenades definitely seem like they'll be fun to use, and the motivational shocks seems like a pretty good booster as well. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that's going to be it from me. This is your boy Ningen. Keep spreading that democracy, and I will see you out there spreading that freedom. So peace out.